All right, 3, 2, 1. Louie Medrano, my favorite uncircumcised human being. What's up, my friend?
What's up, Way? How's it going?
It's good, man. So, just so everybody knows, me and Louie know each other for a long time. Skateboarding, just being friends, just fucking, growing up through life, experiencing life. And Louie recently made me some cover art that I'm going to incorporate. Well, just in general, some art that I expressed to him that I wanted to incorporate into the podcast as cover art because it was just so fucking intricate, so creative, and it caught my attention almost to the fact where, I got fresh skin right now, no tattoos, but I wanted to get that shit put on my body. I almost wished you were some kind of tattoo artist too, man, to put that shit on my body.
Don't do it.
It's an addiction.
It's an addiction, man.
Yeah, you recently got some tattoos, man. Look at you.
Yeah, man. Like, I would say maybe 2 years ago, I had none. Like, over the course of 2 years, man, I've just been working on my sleeve over here.
Is it all from the same dude?
Nah, they've all been different artists. That's the first one there. Roll Forever. Like, the first couple had meaning and shit, but after, like, the first 2 or 3, I'm just like, get something that looks cool.
So what, you got plans on doing more? Or you just never gonna stop?
Right now I'm gonna chill for a little bit, let these recent ones heal, and then maybe get some more work done.
Well, I might have to talk to you, man, because actually on my notes I have I wanted sometime soon I want to have a tattoo artist on the podcast. So I've talked to a couple people. But as far as my knowledge goes, I don't have the best basis for tattoo artists, because clearly, I've never looked into it because I don't have any tattoos. So
for sure, nah, my tattoo artist, man, he's a cool dude, down to earth guy. I think he's got a lot of shit to say.
Who is the one who just did that recent one?
My most recent one. His name's Nick Carrion, I believe.
Where does he do tattoos out of?
He's out of his studio's Gray Waves Tattoo. And
in San Antonio?
Yeah, it's off of like Bandera and 1604 area.
Okay.
Kind of out there. But yeah, he works in a private studio, man. He works by appointment. Real chill, down to earth dude. So yeah, if you need a tat, man, fucking hit him up. I'll refer you.
I want to get him on the fucking podcast.
He's cool, man. I actually told him I was coming to do this, and he was pretty...
Or somebody on a podcast.
Nah, yeah. Hey, Nick, if you're listening to this...
Or if he ever does.
I got somebody who wants to hear you talk about...
His art, man.
Shit, man.
His fucking art. The same with you, man. You have this... So, I guess, to start this out, how this all came about is, like I said, you did some cover art. You did some art in general that is fucking beautiful. And this probably, I don't know if this for sure. I'm just assuming that this all came out of you not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I just, I haven't been drinking. It's been 30 days.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what's the thought process behind that?
Well, dude, it's a lot different, man. I was just, excessively drinking, dude, and my problem was I was just binge drinking a lot. So
like by yourself drinking?
Yeah, like just by myself, and I think what did it for me was I went and got drunk with Brandon Bussey. And we went to a bar. And it was early, dude.
Brandon, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're
man.
the reason.
I had to fucking chill out with that dude for a little bit. I love him too, but yeah, that dude can drink. So we were at the bar. We went at like 2 in the afternoon. And we just were there for hours, dude, just drinking excessively. And after I left there, I went and did some stupid shit and kind of regretted it in the morning. So I was like, yeah, I need to stop drinking, dude.
So what, is this just like a conscious decision to maybe just analyze your behavior and what the future is going to be? Or is this a solidified decision that you're going to...
Right now, it's kind of experimental.
Right.
I wanted to see,
it's a growth factor. It's a growth factor.
Yeah. Just to know that I don't have a problem. I don't have an addiction. I don't need it to have fun. Although I must say I have been pretty bored since I haven't been doing it because, drinking, it's like everybody goes out, they go to bars.
Right.
So, now I just kind of chill here, just isolate myself and just do art or fucking work out or skate, just stuff to keep my mind off of it. I still think about it, but you know, I don't have any plans of drinking anytime soon.
Well, in I guess the most objective way, I can sort of deliver you some advice. I know exactly that feeling whenever you have it is a habit. You have a habit that you do for so long and you rely on that habit. You actually use that habit as a way to reward yourself in the end.
Exactly,
and so
exactly.
Whenever you create these kind of confirmation biases after you do everything you want to do throughout the day, and then you allow yourself to indulge in alcohol or drugs, whatever the fuck it is, you kind of create these habits in your mind where you're wiring your mind, you're molding your mind like it's fucking clay, like
dude.
you're making pottery. You're molding your mind to think how you want it to. It's like the same way, like when you look up, like when you have a smartphone now, your phone saves these little data bytes that when you type in shit, or they'll type in shit, they'll finish your sentences, saves it, or when, or they'll send you like these email suggestions of breaking news from something that you looked
right. It's
up
like tailored.
in the past.
It's like tailored towards your interests. And
exactly.
Shit.
You create these habits, you create these thought processes, you create these paths,
patterns, right?
Exactly. It's just pattern recognition. So whenever you break a pattern and you make a conscious decision to change something, you know that's a beneficial thing, but it makes it harder because your mind doesn't have these background files to pull anything else out when you take out something that was predominantly taking over your life and your thought processes before. So I guess getting back to what I was going to say is, it's not advice to you. I'm not telling you, how to live your life or whatever, but what helped me was you can't stop. Just because you take something out of your life, you can't stop and dwell on it. You have to add something to replace that. And so you have your art, but if that art is not, you can't just rely on the art or just sitting here and dwelling on what you're missing. You have to do more. And so when I say more,
like an activity, or add like just
you
a hobby or something.
Well, you skateboard a shitload, which we're gonna get. I mean, we're gonna talk about skateboarding because I have some shit to say about that too. Skating or just physical activity in general, it's not only beneficial for your body, which that's what most people do it for, but it's so beneficial to your mind.
Yes.
And not in a way where it's consuming your thoughts. It's producing it's essentially producing these chemicals in your body that you need for mood production. Just mood in general. Your serotonin and dopamine, these processes get kickstarted by physical exertion. They get kickstarted from oxygenation in your body. All these things that you need in your life to get over other things that you're trying to. So true. It's fucking hard to sit here and dwell on fucking things that negative things you're taking out of your life, and we can sit and say, and be positive. Oh, I'm changing something, but when you're alone with your own fucking head,
it's fucking,
and normally you would crack a beer, or normally you would, smoke a bowl, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. It's fucking rough, man, because you want to do something else, but it's so normal to you.
You're just trying to fill that void.
Yeah,
you're trying to fill that empty space by but a lot of the times it's just like me just thinking about shit, and then it just becomes like. But like you were saying, like doing physical activities, doing shit that, where your body's in motion, that honestly has been my shit lately, man. Like I've just been like working out, jogging, skating, drawing, like all that shit is fucking, it's just, it gives you a good feeling, like when you're actually doing it, it gives you a sense of like just makes you feel alive.
And it's not just, and on top of that, it's not just false hope, it's reality. It's, when you say that it gives you that feeling of happiness or whatever, that's the most real you can feel, because on a biological level, you are producing those chemicals that regulate your mood. So it's not like it's a false hope or a fake feeling. That's the most real feeling you can have. That's the most long-term feeling you can have in changing your life, as opposed to drinking a bunch of alcohol or doing a bunch of
I think
drugs.
that's
That's a
actually taken
short term.
away.
That's a
Yeah.
short term fix.
Yeah,
If you have
true.
if you're choosing to do some kind of physical activity or exert your body in a physical way to produce these chemicals, that's a long-term solution. Drinking and all this other shit, that's just fixing your problem now.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, in a way, you're doing what you
Temporary
should.
fix.
Exactly. You're doing what you should do. And that's, I mean, why the fuck do you, I mean, look at me. I wasn't this fucking gym rat, fucking motivational piece of shit like years ago. I did this because I was feeling so shitty. My thought processes were so negative. I needed to change, and I changed because that's the only way that I can survive this life without ripping somebody's face off. You know what I mean? Because life is brutal, man.
Yeah, it sure is, dude. You're looking good, by the way, dude.
Thank you.
You're fucking tall.
You trying to fuck me, bro?
I wouldn't go there.
No, I'm tall. I didn't get taller going to the gym.
Well,
I was
just
always
throw
this
that
tall.
in there. I feel like you've grown over the fucking.
I grew.
I feel like you grow every time. Every time I see you, like you just get taller. Or maybe it's just the hair. I don't know.
Maybe it's the angles of my body that are forming that make me look fucking
something, dude. I don't know. Maybe that brain's getting bigger. Or something.
The brain's definitely getting bigger,
that
man.
head's elongating.
And I mean, dude, it's awesome. I've been wanting to ask you about, this sort of habit that you changed and whether or not, how you felt about it, because that, that's the reason why I even started a podcast dude, it's therapeutic to me to hear other people and their problems and how they, what direction they take to solve these problems, their failures, their victories, because every single day is, we should look at every day like it's a fucking war. Every day you wake up.
You have to fight. You just got to fight.
Exactly, dude. Life is not sitting here catering to you.
Yeah.
You have to fuck life back. It's not gonna sit here and tell you, fucking sirens. Look, that's life right there. Somebody's dead. Right, somebody just got wrecked.
Life is fast, dude. You get out there and you get on the road, and it's just people are fucking going fast. It's a fast paced life, dude.
Dude, and
it's fucking crazy, man. I'm like, god damn, people are just in a rush, dude.
So would you say that you experience anxiety on a daily basis? Maybe like a bit more overwhelming anxiety on a daily basis than you originally would have thought you would have in the past?
You mean due to my non-drinking?
No. Just in general.
Or just
do you experience just anxiety in
sure.
anything that you do?
For sure.
Anything?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. There's always get those feelings of doubt or just, feeling down or something. But yeah, of course, I feel anxiety.
Do you feel like nervousness or doubt before you do something, even like a simple task throughout the day?
If it's more of something that I've already that I've been doing or something I do often, no. But if it's something like for me, I get social anxiety. So if I have to go talk to someone or if I have to go come face to face with someone, I get that social awkwardness, social anxiety. So I experience that a lot. And actually I was kind of nervous about doing this, dude.
Imagine how I felt the first fucking episode I did.
Dude, I know, man. The first one was good, dude. I like
it's weird. It's weird because when I want to touch on this social anxiety thing, because, man, think about how long we've known each other. It's been, I'm 28, you're 29, right?
Yeah.
So we've known each other since we were, 14, 15 years old? So half of our fucking life we've known each other.
Long time.
And so the fact that we're going to sit down, and just because there's a microphone that we're adding into this dynamic of a conversation, it only throws it off, which is weird that it triggers this anxiety feeling in our body. It's so weird, right?
It's weird. Yeah, it really is.
Because before we started this podcast, we were having all these fucking amazing conversations that I was like, hey, hold on, don't talk. I was like, don't talk.
And then you were like, all right, we're about to go live. And I was like, oh, shit.
And it's it's strange because even the same friends or the same people that you've known for half of your life, even in a normal day situation, say you're going to meet up with fucking Brandon or Dizzle or whoever to go skate for the day, you still weird in these weird times. You get these anxieties, like
dude,
you get this
like,
weird nervous feeling, like and one big reason I want to do this podcast is to shed light on that feeling that most people feel on a daily fucking basis. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It's just this feeling.
Right.
It's like it's almost like this survival mechanism that we've developed, you know?
It's like a fight or flight kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not something that that most people can sit here and analyze and find the origin of it. It's just something we're genetically predisposed to. It's before us. It's just in our fucking DNA.
There's nothing we can do about it.
And and that's what is beautiful to me, man, is that even you that I've known, I mean, we're all older now. We don't hang out that much anymore. We all have our own lives. So I have, kids, married, whatever the fuck it is. You have your job. You have to pay bills, what society forces us to fucking do. Mm-hmm. But it's still, there's still that relationship there. But then there's also still, with someone you have all this history with, you still have like almost these fucking primitive feelings facing situations.
Yeah.
You know?
I think for me, it's like I always feel like I have to kind of impress people, or you feel like you have to like, well, when you're with a group of friends, like you guys are talking, conversating, and then
competitive nature.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. And like there's gonna be a point where like you're gonna have a voice. You're gonna be, someone's gonna ask you something, or you're gonna have to state your opinion on something, and it's like, fuck, man, like all this like pressure's on you. So I don't know, man. But it's like a fight or flight thing. Like usually I just choose to avoid it all. Like especially since I've stopped drinking, man, I just kind of chill here. I don't really go out anymore.
Do you recognize that your standard in trying to keep up with other people's requirements is kind of self-imposed? You understand that, right? It is self-imposed.
Yes.
You're living up to a standard that society tells you, or you're living up to a standard that other people tell you, instead of recognizing the fact that you're self-imposing that on yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you see, you know what it actually originates from. It's not so much that other people are expecting so much out of you. It's that you are expecting so much out of you.
True. Yeah, dude.
You're not
looked at it like that.
You're expecting a certain amount of output from yourself based on something that really isn't that important to you, but you feel is important because other people are judging you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's, dude. And the only reason I say that is not to analyze you. That's me, dude. I'm a fucking head case. Yeah. I'm a mess, dude. I'm a mess. Dude, especially with what I've been through in the last couple of years. I was isolated the last couple of years just because what I went through, which we're not going to talk about in this goddamn podcast, but because you're a good friend. You know the shit that I went through, and I isolated myself from other people because I was so overwhelmed with shit that I was dealing with that I was like, man, like I can't relate to other people.
Yeah. That's my biggest thing too, dude.
People are so fucking. We're so caught up in our own minds that we think that we're that special enough on an individual level that nobody else fucking understands what we're saying.
Right. Yeah.
But then in the 10 minutes that we sat here and talked about this, we've both related on everything that we've said.
Dude.
Which is so strange.
That's crazy. I didn't know these things about you, man. I'm actually learning shit about Shane that I didn't know about him.
And vice versa. I mean, these are, and I can say that before we did this, sat and did this podcast, I thought about what you have told me about you weren't drinking and the art that you're doing now, and I analyzed sort of what you were doing, and I kind of related it to how I felt, and I got my own little judgment on why you were doing the things that you did, and they were beneficial things. I'm not saying they were negative things. I'm just saying that if people had these thought patterns that we're having now, that we're not so individual, that we are more tribal, which in a way can get us in trouble on a macro scale, but we are the same species. We're just so big now. that it's so hard to keep everybody together, and it's so hard to relate everything to everybody, and it's so easy to form teams and be competitive.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we're the same people. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you smell like, what you know.
We're all fucking, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. You know, we all fucking, we're all here, dude.
And predominant, and you know, and even on, even on a more, biological level, we're having the same thought patterns. We're having these same doubts and flaws and characteristics that we all hate ourselves for. But it's like, dude, what you get down on yourself for when you look in the mirror, it's like, you might not even know your next door neighbor in this apartment, but they're probably looking in the mirror and thinking the same fucking thing.
Right.
And every time they come out of your apartment, you don't even say hi to them, and they don't say hi to you. They just open that door and close it. And we're all in this enclosed box right here in different compartments inside this box. But nobody fucking says what's up. Nobody says, hey, man, you having a bad day? No one says, hey, bro.
Nobody. But that's the thing. Nobody likes talking about their flaws
because they feel
vulnerable. Their problems, Like, nobody just does that. Nobody just, hey, what's troubling you? A lot of people are just going to try and fucking get themselves out of it and be like, oh, I'm good, just so and so. They don't want to go too deep into it, maybe because, like you said, they get vulnerable.
Do you feel vulnerable, like saying like what you're saying on the podcast right now?
No, not at all, man. I mean, I think it's good to express these feelings and these thoughts, because I mean it's the best way to get it out there. You know what I mean? Relate.
But would you say that that's relevant to in the past? Would you say that it was harder in the past, maybe because when we're younger, there's more ego involved? And,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, it's definitely it's gotten a little bit easier. It's not easy, but it's definitely a work in progress. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's been going on forever, dude. Like our whole lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean,
it's almost like not until you get to the point, not until you get to a certain age where you feel like you're dropped into society as an adult that it actually comes and fucking consumes you, and you don't know what to do with it. Like,
True.
God damn it! Like all of these, it's so crazy because we're living a life where we're having to partake in all of these rules and regulations that we didn't even fucking create. It's a bunch of fat fucking white dudes that sat around getting drunk, fucking prostitutes, and then they told the country,
just like,
this is what we do.
This is our land.
This is laws.
We're gonna tax the land. You guys are gonna work. We're gonna take money out of your paychecks. You're gonna help build these fucking roads, build all these ramps and shit that take years and years to make, and y'all are gonna fucking pay us,
Yeah, because they know that we rely on this fucking one thing that they created as some kind of monetary value or some monetary transfer to accumulate a lifestyle, which I mean money. Money is fake. It was created.
Right. It's fucking
Could have been rocks.
That's what we live for, man.
It could have been semen. What if we just jacked off in people's faces and that's what we called like
that'd
money?
Be a form of payment.
Like, hey, I'm gonna need $17 for this, this meal, and you just jerked off in their face, and that's what it was.
Porn stars would be rich as fuck, dude.
Well, that's the same idea. That's a form of currency for porn stars. Bodily fluids.
Oof.
Jerking off in people's faces is how they fund their fucking life.
But that's the way the world works, man.
It's confusing,
it's
right?
corporate America, dude. Corporate America. It's
big business, big pharma, big money.
Everybody wants to be a fucking business owner. Fuck the 9 to 5, do your own thing. Fucking.
Well, that's how we're supposed to be. Yeah, exactly. We're not supposed to be this structured, restricted species. We're supposed to be. I mean, we have a higher cerebral capability because we evolved to this level, and now we're just in the society that we live in today. We're just held down by what other people tell us is the way we're supposed to live our life. Whenever it's like, no, we didn't develop this higher level of cerebral capability to fucking listen to other monkeys like us. We developed this brain power so we could fucking branch out and we could create for ourselves. But now we're so fucking we're such caught in a fucking chokehold that we can't branch out because of bills and laws and all this other fucked up shit where a plan is illegal. You know what I mean? Like shit, but alcohol still is legal.
Yeah, dude, I trip out on that because
when's the fucking last time you slammed into a fucking wall high? I can't remember. You know what I mean?
Dude,
it's
like you're going slow when you're high.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking okay. Well, we're talking too fucking goddamn negative. Anyways, so let's go back to fucking. Let's go back. Okay, this one thing I wanted to kind of break down to you because, as far as skateboarding goes, I don't skate so much anymore. I mean, I can still get on there and do some shit. You know, I could still get on there and do it, but I've kind of incorporated other endeavors in my life that I'm passionate about. But I still see you, Brandon, and the whole Day Sticks thing going out, and still out there skating. And that's beautiful, man. Like, is skateboarding somehow... Because you've never stopped. So you've never lost a passion for skating at all?
Nah, dude.
Not at all?
Honestly, I feel like at this point, I appreciate it so much more than I did when I was a kid. Because, with life, man, everything's just so hectic. You got to work, you got to pay bills, you got to, do your duties or whatever. And then it's like you get to the weekend, and what little bit of free time you have, it's like I want to go out there and... just challenge myself, like just go out there and like majority of the time it's really just to have fun, just to go out there, cruise around and just just have that feeling, under your feet. Feels good, but as far as tricks go,
kind of therapeutic to you, huh?
Yeah, it's real therapeutic and it's challenging, man. It's like, it feels good to land a trick. Just like you were saying earlier with the physical activity, like it feels good, man. Like when you land a clean trick, it's like the best feeling. Like you just can't explain that feeling. You know what I mean? Like that's why a lot of people who don't skate really, they just don't get it. They're gonna hate for whatever reasons, or
just in a relation, like people that don't have a hobby or an activity to sort of put that negative energy into, you know what I mean? Like if you don't have a hobby or you don't have a positive hobby, you don't have a positive habit that you can turn to put this negative energy into, then, that creates monsters in a way, man. Dude. You got to have a way to exert this energy. You got to have a way to express yourself. And when you don't have a way to express yourself, dude, it's such a fucking debilitating feeling, man.
Right. Like you feel like the world is won. Like, yeah,
you feel beaten, man. That's what happens with drinking and drugs and shit, which if anybody hears the shit that I'm saying, I drink, I do, and I do other things, but I use those as a reward system.
Yeah.
I have to do the things that I need to do first, because if I don't and I take shortcuts, then I will smash myself for being such a fucking idiot.
But there's also people who just, they need it before they do anything. They need to get drunk before, they go out or they leave their crib or something, or before they skate or whatever. Like Brandon, for example, like that dude needs to drink while he's skating. Like I'm like, I don't know how you do it, bro. Like for me, I can't just have one or two beers and just be chilling and socializing and that's it. Like I need to, it's either I'm gonna not drink or I'm just gonna fucking black out.
Yeah, it's like 0 to 60. You either not drink, or if you have one, you're not stopping.
Yeah, and if like I have beers in the fridge, it's like they're there, so they're gonna get drank.
They're there.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it's like all or nothing. So that's why, like, stopping this whole drinking thing, man. Like I'm like all in it. Yeah. I don't see.
Why don't you come fucking work out with me, man?
I'll show you where do you go?
I'll show you my Gold's Gym every single day, man. Sometimes twice a day.
Did you go today?
Yep.
Damn.
Right when I got off work. Actually, you know what? I lied. I went during my fucking lunch break today.
No shit.
So
damn,
you've
been productive, huh?
There's never a time where I don't do anything. Damn, I don't even sleep, dude. I can't sleep.
Fuck, for real?
Because my mind wanders so rowdy that I can't even turn my mind off.
You get insomnia or what?
I don't think I have actual clinical insomnia, but I think that my mind is so active because of all the shit that I want to do, or all the shit all these creative processes and these thoughts that I have, they don't stop.
They're just oozing out, right? I don't
sleep a full night
No.
You know, I'll wake up several times at night and go back to sleep. I don't ever stop. And that's partly because I think my mind knows that I want more out of my life, so there's more that I could be doing. So it's, you know, it's interrupting my sleep processes for that shit, you know?
Yeah. Well.
But back to the skateboarding thing, what the fuck do you think about just the insane, hilarious, intense level of skateboarding there is today?
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous. It's terrifying.
It's
shit
crazy,
that people
man.
do. Did you watch Nigel Houston's?
I saw that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that kid is fucking. He's crazy.
What does it, dude? That is so, dude.
Skateboarding, yeah, it's taken off, man. It's
like
fucking,
Cody, like you follow Cody McIntyre on Instagram, right? Just this guy's stories, or just it's like what he does just on a normal session is so far beyond anything I can comprehend.
Yeah, he's fucking technical.
What did I saw him do? I saw him do a nollie nose blunt, nollie heel out.
Oh yeah,
on the little
today?
flat bar.
You
Yeah,
saw that
today.
Yeah,
I was like, that is such
dude,
an
and
awkward
then
trick.
he did nollie nose grind or nollie over crook tray flip out.
Yes.
Nollie tray flip out.
Yes.
Dude.
Nollie front over crook to tray flip out.
Nollie tray flip out.
Nollie tray flip out.
Fucking
yeah,
A.
so yeah. What in the fuck?
That guy's crazy.
Dude, that is silly to me. Like, it does it like...
Right, like we're over here trying to do like Smith grinds on a
I'm
rail.
over here trying to ride a fucking unicycle and jump off of it just to do a tray flip, and that took me 30 tries.
Who recorded that, by the way?
My fucking niece.
Oh, okay, your niece. Damn, that's funny.
My niece, who's fucking she's 14.
She was big when I was going over there to pick y'all up.
She's a fucking awesome. I mean, she's an awesome person too. But now, you know, she's going through the whole teenage process as we all did now.
Man.
That's fucking her up too, man.
Scary,
Being a 14-year-old girl in this society these days, Jesus Christ.
Who knows, dude? Like what?
Think about me. I'm raising a fucking child in this.
How old is your kid?
She's gonna be 5 next month.
5. God.
And and she's a beautiful girl, man.
Yeah. Congrats, man.
Anybody listen to this, I'll fuck you right in the mouth. Don't you even try. I'll fuck you to death right through your throat.
Shane has a look right now in his eyes that he might kill somebody. I'm gonna back up.
You know, it's dude, I cannot believe, dude, it blows my mind that people are capable of doing these things on a skateboard, man. When I was so serious into skateboarding, I backside flip a 9 stair, and it was like the greatest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest feeling, you know? Like, just doing those things was like such a step up. And when you see other people that can do these things that you're not capable of doing, you know, and you can take yourself out of your own ego and you can appreciate it. It's so beautiful, man.
Yeah, it really is, man. I appreciate it, man. Like, you know, a lot of people would say like, oh, like Instagram's kind of ruined skateboarding, and you know, social media's kind of watered it down. But dude, I love it, bro. Like, I love
like the exposure,
seeing the progression.
You can see so much, like so much exposure.
Dude, it's cool, man. I mean, skateboarding's fucking awesome, dude. Like, I love that shit with a passion, and just to see it where it's at now and like the level that it's at is crazy, dude. Like.
And I would say even to go, you know, kind of piggyback from what you were saying is that, you know, even the skateboarding that you're involved with now with, you know, Dizzle and the crew that y'all got going on with Day Sticks is, I mean, that's beautiful in itself because, you know, San Antonio-based skateboarders or even people locally around San Antonio, they can appreciate that because it's relative to them. They can reach out and grab it. They can see y'all at a skate park. They can see what you're doing. They can see that you're passionate. And, you know, and when y'all are filming and posting stuff on Instagram, I love watching that shit. It doesn't, I mean, because it doesn't matter how technical what you're doing. You can tell, like, when you do something, especially you know, I've known your skateboarding. In fact, I know what you're good at, whether it be flip tricks or what your go-tos are. So when I see you do shit like that, you can kind of incorporate this individual style that you have. And
unique.
Exactly, and it's something that's attainable for other people. It's something that's consumable for other people. They can relate to it, and it's beautiful. And it's almost creating this. It's almost like re-energizing this scene in San Antonio.
Yeah, really, dude. Because I mean, you know, with Good Times going out, that was a shock, you know, like to the San Antonio skate scene. And so Dizzle, man, like that dude. works his ass off. Like, he's been pushing his brand for like 2 years already. And he's out there, man. He's out there. If you need boards, he'll come to you.
He's gonna get on the podcast. He told me he would.
Yeah,
I just haven't got over there yet.
Dude. He's the boss, man. He's like our Andrew Reynolds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, because he skates.
He's like the Black Superman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
he's the Black Panther.
The Black Panther,
just on a
dude.
skateboard without the fucking tight outfit.
He's amazing on a skateboard.
But he's a good human being.
He's a good human. He's humble. He's a good businessman. Like, he wears all these different hats, dude. And he's a good guy, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, he's able. I mean, it's beautiful because he's able to set that ego aside, and it's not necessarily about. It's not so much about a competitive nature with him. It's sort of about embracing and uplifting the people that he cares about and the environment that's around him, which is so beautiful. And he does that not only through skateboarding, but he does that through promotion. He does that, and promotion using these social media platforms to blow people up, to support people that he loves and support people that he cares about.
Support the community, man.
Yeah, dude. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's re-energizing this skateboarding scene in San Antonio, because since Good Times closed several years back, there hasn't been that outlet that we could go to, or that culture that we could embrace,
Yeah.
for skateboarders. I mean,
they're out there. I mean, there's the skate scene's still there, but
of course the skate scene is there.
Yeah.
People love skateboarding, but Good Times was such a fucking definite statement in this city for a long time, that now, and I'm not just, I'm not just trying to say, Dizzle. He works hard, and this may be his thing, but it's everyone that's incorporated with it. You too, man. Like, people watch you skate. People watch your videos. People watch, people hang out with you, talk to you. They can reach out and grab you. They can have conversations with you at competitions or at skate spots or at skate parks. Dude, you may not even recognize, but that means things to anyone from a young kid to even me. Me, like, when I went to that a place to skate.
Oh yeah.
And y'all hadn't seen me skate in so long, and I just had more fun just seeing y'all, watching y'all, and then just just having those conversations and feeding off that meant more to me than doing anything.
Right,
I mean, that was beautiful. That was the best part about it.
It was good to get that feeling back, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Even if you're just cruising around, just that sense of environment or that sense of community. You know?
Yeah, true. Because honestly, dude, I skate alone sometimes. Like, because I'll get these tricks in my head that I want to go do, and I know nobody's down to go there, and like I'll go like early in the morning or something. That's another thing about the non-drinking, is that I have all this energy in the morning, so I can channel that. But I'll go like do shit on my own. But yeah, when I do get together, like yesterday, we all had a sesh. Like all of us, we were all there. It was cool, man. We were all just vibing out, just having a good time, fucking skateboarding, doing what we love, man. And it was cool, to have everybody out there and seeing them all passionate about the one thing like that. Like we all have skateboarding in common, we can all come together for that, you know what I mean? So that's cool. I really do appreciate it, in that sense.
But it's not unhealthy to. Well, I mean, I guess maybe not. It may not have been.
Hold on. Is this thing on, dude?
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure.
Why you say that?
Because I thought I clicked this fucking thing off, but
just push it. It's not gonna. No, don't pull it. Push it.
That's good.
Here, say something.
Hey.
No, yeah.
Say
if your
something.
volume's
Okay.
if your volume's being resignated to this, then yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, cool. My bad. Edit that
But
out.
you had made some comment about how you go skate sometimes by yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, there is definitely this beneficial element to doing things for yourself sometimes. Like when I go to the gym and work out, I go by myself and I put on my headphones, put on music, or I put on a podcast, and I take that time for myself. As it's beneficial to build that inner strength for yourself. But we are also social creatures, so we do need that community in our life. So yeah, for sure, we should all be going out and doing things for ourselves, because if you're not if you're not strengthening your own resolve, then you will run into a situation in your life where you do find yourself isolated or in trouble on an individual basis, and you're not going to know how to deal with it. So going skating by yourself, that's beautiful. That if you have the passion to go out and do that, because it's not like you're doing that all the time. It's good for you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I like to battle shit out, and that's the other thing with skating is that, it teaches you how to get up, and not everything comes easy.
It's a mental process, man.
It's a mental fucking process.
Failing and getting and building up some kind of strength to actually land that trick.
Trial and error, and then there's times where I'm trying to trick, and I'm like, dude, it's going on like 2 hours. I'm like, what the fuck am I even doing here?
I remember that shit,
dude. I'm out here like I'm a grown man in a schoolyard by myself. There's nobody here, and I'm fucking.
That's so funny.
I got my iPhone set up, and I'm trying to fucking do a trick.
You keep having to go back to the phone, deleting the file,
checking your shit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
Seeing if you landed it right. And
it's relentless, dude. It's like you fucking get into the shit and you can't stop. And you're just like.
That's a goddamn metaphor for life. Life is relentless. It don't stop.
Right.
It's a fucking metaphor for life, And if you can get past, when you actually do land that trick, then you feel like, you accomplished something.
And you can go celebrate. Usually I would go drink some beers, but now I just come home and, I don't know, eat a donut or something.
I would say that the donut's worse than a beer for you, bro.
Yeah, well,
I gotta watch that diet too, man. I
gotta treat myself somehow, dude.
Do some push-ups to treat yourself.
After I fucking killed myself on the skateboard?
Exactly. I go to the gym fucking twice a day most days.
Dude, twice a day? Where do you get the fucking energy for that?
I don't have the energy for it. I force myself to do it.
You just force it? Mm-hmm. Dude, those are the worst, right? Well, so there are times where I go to the gym and I just don't have the energy, dude. I'm like, I just don't want to go, and I'll sit in the parking lot and I'm like, man, do I really want to be here? And then, but I'll just make myself do it. I'm like, just get in there and fucking start warming up. And then once you start warming up, you're like, all right, this is cool. Everything comes back.
Right. Because, it's a perspective issue, because it's not about whether or not you want to be there. That doesn't matter. It matters the reason you're there. And if the reason that you're there is for the betterment of your life, both physically and mentally, then it's almost like a higher cause, the reason that you're there.
The overall.
I don't enjoy going to the fucking gym and I'm like, woo, I'm so happy. Yay, let's all fucking work out together and crack jokes. No, fuck you. I don't enjoy that more as much as, say, if I were to hang out with a bunch of friends and we're all laughing and joking and, having a good time. No, I do it because I understand.
It's discipline, dude.
It's discipline.
You go in there, you're like, you got to get shit done. It's like you got to.
It's the reason. It's the existence of the fucking the yin and yang symbol, the darkness and the light. It's an archetype that exists for a reason, because it is reality. You need darkness to appreciate light in your life. True. So if you're going to, maybe exercising is not a good example per se, because when you are exercising, whether it be cardiovascular or in some metabolic way, muscular, whatever the hell you're doing, you are getting a lot of benefits from that. But in a way, maybe you don't enjoy it, while you're doing it, but you're getting that darkness. You're forcing yourself to do something you didn't want to do. You're suffering, but then the after effects are fucking amazing.
It's so worth it, right? Every time I leave the gym, I'm like, I'm so glad I came.
Hell yeah. And plus, after that, you fucking pop that shirt off and look in the mirror. You're like, ooh, what's up, baby?
What's up, muscles? How you doing today?
Fucking feel good to get that blood pumping. That's what's beautiful about it. But that's all of life, and people that don't understand that are the people that are very unhappy. And I'm not saying that to single out people. I was that person. And still in some cases I am. We always will be that person. Because if you're not doing your work first, or if you're not doing the things you should be doing, whether they be suffering to you or whether they be something you don't want to do, you're not going to appreciate everything else unless you do that shit. You're just not.
Right. And you got to go through it, man.
Yeah, fucking life is a goddamn battlefield. And the people that have that shit handed themselves, it may look like they're living in, you know, it may look like they're living the best life and
like a cushioned life,
Yeah.
like where there's
Yeah.
pillows all around, they can't get hurt.
where they always have a backup plan, and then and those people might look happy to you. Those that might be a life that you think that you want to live, but those people are fucked up, man. They're so fucked up. They're They're the ones that are overdosing on drugs. They're the ones that are fucking killing themselves because they can't handle the psychological, you know, negativity that life brings you. You got to be able to fucking put that. You got to be able to. You have to develop a shield, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that shield or that resiliency, then life is fucking
down,
brutal.
Man. But also, people just don't like being told no, or maybe someone who's been given everything their whole life, or they've been told yes, and then they get some constructive criticism, or told their shit sucks, and then they're like, whoa, their whole ego is just shot, and then they're like, that fucks with them mentally, dude.
Yep,
know?
they can't. They don't have those. They don't have that mental strength to actually sit there and approach this situation, like logically or objectively. What they're gonna do is they're gonna approach that situation emotionally.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Any
You're
situation
right.
you approach emotionally is never gonna go well,
never
man.
good, dude. Yeah, but yeah, like you're saying, objectively, you know, if you look at it objectively, I'm like, this is just someone, you know, expressing their opinions, which is cool. You know, I'm like, people are gonna hate no matter what. You know what I mean? Whether you're doing good or bad, people are gonna judge you, hate you, whatever.
Do you find it easier now that like we're older, that it's easier to just brush off the the other fucks out there?
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Right?
I just find it so
way
easy.
easier,
I'm
right?
like, dude, is this gonna matter like in 10 minutes? No, fuck that, dude.
Or just like in general, like like say like say you're at the bar or you're anywhere and some fucking piece of shit like shoulder checks you and tries to talk shit.
Yeah.
Don't you find it so much easier now to be like, dude, fuck off, chill out, dude.
Right,
like I didn't come here to fight you. I came here to fucking pick up some groceries. You know, like
a little bit. Yeah, I mean,
I find
it
it
depends
easier-
on what mood I'm in. You know, I mean, there are times where I do kind of hold, where I'm like, man, fuck this guy, or like,
well, you can say fuck the dude, but like I just mean that I guess through certain endeavors that I've adopted in my life, I'm able to articulate my mood and my words easier in a situation of higher tension. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because like, well, for an example, I just talked about this earlier. The last podcast was I was at that I-10 Ice House place, and I was walking out of the bathroom while some dude was walking in there, and like we just happened to accidentally shoulder check each other. Nobody did it on purpose.
Yeah.
But then, we just ran into each other's shoulders, and I kept walking. And he's like, "Watch out, motherfucker!"
What?
Just coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I was just pissing, And then so I turned around to the dude, and I'm like, "Really, dude?" I was like, "I didn't come here for this. Have a good night, man." And then I walked off. That's all I said.
Wow, dude.
Because
I would have
it's
figured
like-
you, of all people, would have
Well-
been like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
Well, it's
Let's
like,
go."
and that's the reason why this that's the
maybe the old you.
That's
Maybe
what
the
I'm
old you.
saying. Well, that's why the conversation we've been having thus far is so beautiful, because it isn't about your ego getting involved and acting like a tough guy. I don't need to be a fucking tough guy, and nor do I want to get punched in the face, nor do I want to punch somebody else in the face.
Yeah.
So if this dude's probably just this fucking asshole who doesn't necessarily yet in his life understand that what he's doing is negative, and he doesn't need to do
Then
this,
that's
man.
on him, right?
If he would have been like, "Oh, my bad," I'd be like, "Oh, my bad, brother," and then we could have been friends. We could have made a friend that night.
right. It turned that negative into positive.
But then it just resulted from me having to look over my shoulder the rest of the fucking hour I was there, which is fucking
it creates
shitty.
that animosity.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
that goes back to what I was saying, is that adopting all these other positive hobbies or endeavors in your life is beneficial to not only your body but your mind.
mentally too, right? Yeah.
It's an exercise of the mind. That's all it is. You realize that all this petty shit that you come across on a daily basis is all fucking stupid. And you know what? What's the difference between that guy shoulder checking me, calling me out, and me blowing it off and nothing happened, versus we got in a fight and no matter if I got beat up or he got
Nobody
beat up?
wins,
Because the
right?
next day, we're both alive, and the next day, nothing
Stupid,
changed.
man.
We're going back to our
Yeah.
own lives. You know what? I probably
It's-
never see that guy
wasn't
again.
even worth it, right?
Nothing comes out of that, man. Nothing comes out of it. Who the fuck? It doesn't. That's what's important. We shouldn't be focusing on being like, we shouldn't be focusing on trying to dominate other people. We should be like we were talking about what you and Dizzle and Daysticks and this community of skateboarding is doing. We should be focusing on building fucking people up instead of fucking shoulder checking people and then trying to fucking punch them in the face.
It's just all around, like, drinking. Anything that involves drinking is gonna get, it's just gonna get to a point where it's like egos are clashing and shit, because people just act crazy on beer, dude. And with me quitting drinking and slowing down, people look at me and they're like, oh, this guy, like, thinks he's too good for us or something, like he won't come hang out with us. But in reality, I'm just like, I just know that that's not for me, like I just prefer to be over here and doing my own thing, and y'all can fucking drink or whatever, that's cool. But it's like they say, misery loves company, you know what I mean? So
it kind of feels like to me that since I guess maybe this is relatively new, like these thought patterns you're having about not drinking, and I guess analyzing the people that are around you, maybe it's not all what you think, maybe it's not, maybe people aren't, some people might be judging you, you know what I mean, but maybe it's just kind of like your own internal processes that are still trying to figure out this process you're going through,
Yeah.
I think some people might, because with me, like if I wanted to go hang out with somebody, I'm like, hey man, come meet me here and we'll have some beers. It's not so much that I want to get drunk with that person more than I just want to hang out with that person and have somebody to talk to,
True.
So maybe the approach, maybe people's response is not so much that you're not drinking. Maybe it's just the fact that they don't recognize that you're trying to fix a habit or make a positive change, and you're not at that point to where you can put yourself in a situation that involves the thing that you're trying to change.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're a personable person. You have an awesome personality. You have a bunch of friends for a reason. So you're just figuring shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am. I'm fucking dude. I'm a crazy fucking ass, dude. I'm a crazy dude. I'm a high strung maniac. You said it yourself, but now it's like you spend enough time analyzing your life and why you think the way you think and why you do the things that you do. You eventually reach a point. It's not easy. You'll reach a point either where you want to change yourself for the better, or you just fucking keep doing the same shit, man.
Right. I think a lot of people are stuck in that.
Put that mic up closer to you.
I think a lot of people get stuck in that. They know it's fucked up. They know, like, drinking leads them into making dumb decisions, but they choose to continue doing it.
I think you should start fucking getting swole, bro.
Just start fucking getting jacked.
Yeah, dude.
But see, that's the thing. Like, somebody told me that at the gym too. They were like, "Man, you should just, like, why don't you get bulk up?" And I'm like, well, I like to skate, man, and I feel like if I have
skateboarding is a tremendous cardiovascular
but I'm
exercise.
saying, like, if I have
if
I have too much weight on me, it's gonna throw me off my balance and shit.
Me, dude.
I love to manual, bro. I love to do those.
I know
nose
you
manuals,
get them
dog.
balances,
those
bro.
Nose manuals, dude. If I'm too top heavy, I won't be able to balance.
You know who David Goggins is?
David Goggins?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You got him.
Well, this man ran 100-mile marathon in 17 hours. He ran 100 miles in 17 hours. You know how much he weighed?
How much?
230 pounds.
Jesus Christ. How much did he weigh after he was done?
I probably lost around 10 pounds. But the point is, most ultra marathon runners weigh, depending on your body size. If you're a man, let's say you're around 5'9", 5'11", you're probably about 150 to 160 pounds. This man weighed 230 pounds. By the way, had never ran a marathon in his life. And then the first marathon he ever did, because he put his mind to it, first marathon he ever did in his life. He never ran 5 miles, never ran 1 mile, never ran 23 miles. This man, the first time he ever did it, because he put his mind to it, ran 105 miles, weighing 230 pounds.
Damn.
Never previously running a marathon in his life before. It's possible.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
It doesn't matter about your body shape. Doesn't matter about your what physical stature you have. Doesn't matter what muscle density you have. None of that shit. It matters about what the fuck you want to do. And by the way, when I say weight training, I don't mean you don't have to get fucked. Yeah, I'm trying to talk about bulking. I mean, dude, I'm
trying to get like you,
I'm not
dude.
bulking. I'm not, dude. I'm not. I'm not.
I see your posts on Instagram, dude. You be fucking beasting.
But I don't. With my body frame, I'm not necessarily carrying that much muscle. I'm just
How much
lean. Probably like 170.
170.
But I'm 6'3".
Probably like 1% fucking body fat.
Yeah, I have a very fast metabolism.
Gee, you and Nene, dude.
Yeah, Nene doesn't do shit. This motherfucker is shoving donuts in his face every day.
Dude, must be nice. That dude can fucking eat whatever.
Yeah, but
drink.
I can't.
Fuck.
You know, and that's the difference between me and Nene is I can on a metabolic level, on a physical level, I can eat whatever the fuck I want and not gain weight, but eating shitty and having an unhealthy diet affects me mentally and psychologically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this, but those chemicals that are responsible for regulating your mood, meaning serotonin and dopamine, are created in your gut.
No shit.
Yeah.
So
Your gut. So having a shitty gut biome is affecting your body's natural processes in creating these effective chemicals that regulate your mood.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. That's why that's the biggest change I ever made was changing my diet.
Word.
Not even so much to the physical exercise, changing my diet.
Whoa.
It's a pterodactyl in here, dude.
Is that a roach?
It's a pterodactyl. I think it's a June bug, man.
How the hell
Everyone that's just listening to this is like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, edit that shit out.
It's good. Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna edit it out. It's real life. Damn, you smacked this bitch, slap the fuck out of that thing.
Close that door. But
for everyone that's just listening, we just fucking slap the fuck out of a June bug.
Yeah, I had to let him know. Not in my house, bug. But yeah, man, I've actually, along with the stopping of the drinking, I picked up, clean diet too, just eating more greens, more like healthy lean meats, drinking a lot of water, just try and eat some fruits here and there and shit. So
and it's also
I feel good, by the way, dude. I feel really good. Like, to anybody out there listening, if you stop drinking and you get on like this crazy diet plan and you just fucking find a physical activity, like, you'll feel better. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
and
man.
Like, not to say I felt like crap, because I mean, it wasn't all just beer. You know what I mean? There was other things going on and shit.
Right.
But beer just played a role in that. So, just I wouldn't say stopping drinking just made me a better person right away. I still had all my issues and things I was trying to get over or whatever. But it's just like you take one aspect.
It's checking one of those boxes off the list.
Exactly. It's just like small changes, and then that small change led to bigger changes. Like I want to work out more. I want to eat better. I want to skate more. I want to do more art. It just opens up more doors for you. Rather than because dude, I'd spend the weekends just fucking just binging, dude. Like, that was my thing. Like, I just binge drink. I would work all week, Monday through Friday, and then get to the weekend, and it's like, boom, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'd just be on this 4-day binge, dude, and like fucking just slamming beers, getting all fucked up, fucking texting girls random messages, just doing all kinds of dumb shit, man. So I like, I had to snap out of that.
Well, dude, you sound, I'm not trying to, it may sound kind of somber what you're saying to somebody, but what you really did was something, that's positive. So, even though, it might be hard now.
It is a somber thing, though, I think. I think drinking, like, not saying people who drink are sad, but...
Well, cutting it out of your life. It might sound... the way that you're saying it might sound kind of somber, but you wanted to do that. And now you see the benefit of it. Yeah. And it might not be for everybody. Some people can Some people can't live their life fucking snorting coke and licking buttholes. That's fine. I love licking buttholes too, you know, without the coke. But
damn, you eat booty, dude.
I eat booty, man. Yeah.
Fuck, I have yet.
Not every booty. Don't get me wrong with that.
You're not just out here just licking
like
buttholes, dude.
Pretty butts, man. Yeah, definitely get down on that
dude.
asshole. Yeah, for sure. Everybody's gonna
like
hear
that.
I'm not editing that out for sure.
Who gets more pleasure out of it, them or you?
I don't know.
You get pleasure out of it?
Yeah, that shit gets me rock hard, bro.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't lick ass because I didn't want to.
So does the ass licking follow anal?
It just depends on the situation. I'm saying every single girl that I have sexual interactions with, I'm licking ass.
How does it?
I'm saying.
So how does that come about? Are you just like?
Depends on the situation. I'm saying like, you know, if there's this energy you feel. Like there's an energy you feel like some girls like, you know, maybe based on the shape of their ass.
Okay.
But not even just the shape, not even on a physical level, just on a energy level, you could feel, you know, it's just like you can just tell this bitch probably has a clean asshole, so you know.
Have you ever oh my god, dude. So have you ever like gone to lick the butthole and it was just like tainted, like
I'm saying I think
nasty.
I have like some kind of I think I have like some kind of like intuition about
with buttholes?
Clean buttholes because I do. I'm
funny.
You know the reason I say that is because I'm an ass guy. So
oh yeah, of course.
I mean I mean titties don't mean
right?
titties don't mean that much. I mean I like titties, but I'm not that like I'm like oh shit titties. Like if it comes to like women, I'm like I like ass and legs.
Ass, right?
I like ass and legs.
Dude, yes,
like legs and that like a you know what I mean. So
I'm all about the ass.
Yeah. So I think I just after a period of time I developed this like intuition about like you know.
That's strange.
And on top of that, it's not like it's just like you know just take them clothes off and I'm gonna get right to that ass. Like give me that ass.
Spread that. Fucking,
There's a process that goes down to where you kind of have these. You can kind of like go through this process of like checking it out, like asshole, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm just like take them clothes off and let me lick that ass.
Dude, I remember
there have been times like that, but
I remember your brother. He would always. I don't know, for some reason he'd always like. He'd like mooning us. Like he'd always like pull down his pants and fucking just like.
He likes his asshole lick, bro.
And I.
Nene Gentry likes his asshole.
He was like, "You guys just got a glimpse of the red dragon." Like he called it the red dragon.
I don't know, dude. No, it's just. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, man, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Man. It's not, but it's like a new age thing where like buttholes are getting eaten.
Yeah, but
it's just
some people are savages and they'll munch booty for no reason. I mean, I'm munching booty for a reason, you know.
You get pleasure out of it?
Yeah, for sure. Why not? Who fucking cares?
Crazy, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it's not it's not every woman. It's not everything. It's not every relationship. It's not. It's just you know, if the situation calls for it, then there ain't nothing wrong with munching a booty. That's just education right there. That's preference.
Fuck, dude.
Some people, you know, keep your life in perspective.
That's one way to. I mean, that's a safe way, right? I mean, you can't really contract anything from the butthole, can you? Like E. coli, maybe.
Yeah, you can definitely get a lot of fucking.
Be careful out there,
shitty
dude.
germs.
You're fucking diving into.
No, I'm not nose diving. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like this. You know, just bringing this up is not like something that happens all the time. It's just you know.
It's a slow process.
I have an attraction to nice asses, so sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Right on.
Some people some people go down on like, you know, strange
toes
women.
And shit, right?
Or suck toes. That's fucking disgusting.
That's weird.
I won't suck a toe. I'll lick a butt way before I suck a toe, bro. I'll lick a butt way before I suck a toe.
Man,
I don't like feet, so which is weird. Everyone has to each his own, you know.
Everybody has a fetish, right?
It's a fucking saying. It's just you know everybody's different. The same. You can relate that to anything in life. Whether you like fucking sucking ass or sucking toes, or whether you like drinking or not drinking. Whether you like
it's a preference.
Skateboarding or not skateboarding. Whether you like fucking working out or not working out. You know.
It's all preference.
Potato, bro.
Sweet potato.
All right, Pinche Lulu. We're gonna wrap this up, man. What?
Dude, you didn't even talk about the drawing.
What about the drawing? People can't people are gonna see it when I use it as my cover art.
Okay, so basically,
oh, you want to tell it? You should talk about it then.
The reason I wanted that I did this, well, with my drawings.
By the way, this is the cover art that we're gonna see. I'm gonna use it on my YouTube channel. It's what I'm gonna upload as the cover art you're gonna see while you're listening to the podcast from now on. So sorry, man.
Yeah, dude. So a lot of the art drawings I've been doing lately, I just try to fill the page, and I like for it to have direction. Like I like for your eyes to kind of wander throughout the picture, and then you'll generate your own interpretation of it. So yeah, I just kind of it starts with like one main object, like this here. Like I started with this mountain, and then.
Do you normally start in the middle of the page, sort of?
No, like with this one, I started with these two things just right there.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends, and then slowly I'll just add, shit to it. But I like for it to kind of have, direction, like where you can kind of look across the page. And I showed this girl at work, actually this one, and just by looking at her observation, it looked like she was getting a fucking headache, dude. Like she was just like she didn't know where to look.
Oh. Wow.
And I was like, well. That's
but
good.
That's an individual thing for her.
Yeah. But I want people to just to fucking graze across the whole thing, as opposed to one object art where it's just like, okay, like there's just one thing, Not hating on any art or anything, but just I try to just fill the page and get a lot going on, so you could be like, what the fuck was this dude thinking, or what?
I would say that in between, and obviously Nolan, people that are just listening to this are not going to be able to see what we're seeing, but I would say the difference, in between these two pieces right here, that there's definitely more like noticeable, followable function in the picture that you made for me for the podcast than this one. This is a little more erratic, a little more spontaneous, a little more random.
Yeah.
Which and that in its own discipline is respectable, and it's beautiful for what it is. I mean, it's that's why it's an art. Arts are an expression of imagination. They're an expression of creativity. So it's not something that's supposed to be held down.
True.
It's not something that you should or can even necessarily label,
Yeah.
So, that's why, I mean, I'm sure if you would have showed her that, she might have had a different approach or a different thought about what she was seeing, But it's just about what you feel.
Yeah.
It's about, don't fucking care about what everybody else fucking says about it, because not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just talked about licking assholes. People are not all going to think that that's fucking cool, But fuck them. What am I going to say?
Right.
It's my thing.
It's your preference, dude.
If I want to lick assholes, then fuck y'all.
This is America, baby. We do what the fuck we want. We pay these taxes.
We got a reality star as the president, so what the fuck we gonna do?
Right, dude.
Right?
That's fucking trippy.
Brother, I love you, man. Thanks so much for doing this, man. Thank you for the cover art, brother. I mean, it's beautiful. I really do. And I'm not just saying that, like I really think it's amazing, and I think it's beautiful, and I really mean it. Like if there ever comes a time where I find someone that can portray the same fucking aesthetics in that picture that you portrayed, I would love to get that put on my body in a tattoo form, but that's not something that I would just let anybody do. But just so everybody knows like what they're gonna see, dude. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You put a lot of work into it, and dude, thank you. And thank you for being on the podcast. And
for sure, dude.
Like I said, we got a lot of history, and let's keep going through this life thing. Let's keep fucking this life thing up, man.
Let's keep fighting.
All right, man. Thanks so much, brother.
For sure.